everyone, welcome you all back to science class. Today we are going to begin with the 8th chapter, Materials and Solutions. In our previous chapter, we have learned which are the three important states of matter. We have learned that the three important states of matter are the solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. We have also learned how the particles or molecules are arranged in case of solids, liquids and gases. So in continuation to what we have learned in our last chapter, in today's class we are going to learn about an important topic, that is change of state of matter. But before we learn what is change of state of matter, let's do a simple activity. As you see here, we have three states of matter: solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Can you classify all that is given here into each of these categories? We have sugar, water, oxygen, salt, juice, air, water vapor, ice and oil. Now, you need to classify all these into its respective category. Can you do that? Let me wait for some time. I hope that you have found out which one belongs to which category. Now let us see what you have found out is correct or not. As you see here, sugar, salt and ice, they are solids. So we write it under the solid state of matter. While water, oil and juice, they are in the liquid form. So we write it under the liquid state of matter. While oxygen, water vapor and air, they are in the form of gas. So we write it under the gaseous state of matter. Now, can you think of what happens when you heat blocks of ice? Now look into this picture here. As you take blocks of ice in a container and as you heat it, after some time we observe that ice starts melting like how you see here in this picture. So as blocks of ice are heated, after some time we see that ice melts and it turns completely into water like how you see here in this container. So here we see that ice, which is the solid state of matter, on heating it turns into water and water is a liquid state of matter. So here we have seen that solid on heating it changes into liquid. So this process of change of a solid into liquid on heating is called the process of melting. Now, can you think of what happens when you heat water? I am sure that all of you would have seen it at least once when you go into your kitchen, isn't it? Yes, we all know that. As you see here in the picture, when you heat water, it starts to boil and we see steam coming out of this boiling pot. So this steam is nothing but water vapor. So here we see that liquid on heating it changes into gas. Water is the liquid state of matter and this steam or water vapor, it is the gaseous state of matter. So here we see that on heating water it changes into water vapor, which means on heating liquid it changes into a gaseous state. So this process of change of a liquid into gas on heating is called the process of evaporation. So as you see here in the picture, heating water to form water vapor is an example of evaporation. We have now learned what happens to liquid on heating it. On heating liquid, it changes into gas and the process of evaporation takes place. We have also learned what happens to solid on heating it. Solid on heating, it changes into liquid and the process of melting takes place. Now let us see what happens to water when you cool it. I am sure that you all would have done it at least once. Yes, what happens to water when you put it in an ice tray like this, how you see here in the picture, and what will happen to it when you put it in the freezer? We all know that after some time it turns into ice cubes like how you see here in this picture, isn't it? Yes, and I'm sure that all of us would have done that. Now, can you tell me the name of this process? Here we see that water, which is the liquid state of matter, on cooling, it changes into ice, and ice is the solid state of matter. So here, liquid state changes into a solid state on cooling. So this process of change of a liquid into a solid on cooling is called the process of freezing. So change of water into ice on cooling is an example of the process of freezing. Do you know what happens when we cool water vapor? Let's see that now. Now look into this picture here. Here in the first picture we see tiny droplets of water are there on the inner surface of this lid. Here in the second picture also we see tiny droplets of water that are there on the inner surface of this lid. Here we also see water as it boils, it gives out steam called water vapor. Now, how do you think that these tiny droplets of water have stuck to the inner surface of this lid? This is because when this steam or water vapor, as it touches the lid of this container, it cools down and it gives back water. That is how these tiny droplets of water have formed here. So here we see that water vapor, as it is cooled, when it touches the surface of this lid, it cools down and it gives water. So water vapor on cooling gives water, which means the gaseous state of matter on cooling, it gives the liquid state of matter. So this process of change of a gas into liquid on cooling is called the process of condensation. So here, changing of water vapor into water on cooling is an example of the process of condensation.